to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're going to do like a general reading. So take the parts that's resonated with you and leave the rest. It might not be for you, might be somebody else's story. So before we get started, we're going to cleanse the space and the energy. So I'm going to use the sound bowl. So if you have headphones on, you might want to, turn them down for a second to cleanse, so you won't hurt your eardrums. Okay. Oh, and the song that goes with this reading is "Walk Away from Love" by Biddy McLean. I just know the song. I don't know the artist. That's the only song I know from him. I'll be honest. Um. So we have Quest. And then we have Growth. Um. Okay. So I'm gonna use the story deck. So pretty much, the theme or the gist of it is that either somebody was on a quest, okay? They had a choice to make, right? Either do they want to stay where they are, where there's no growth, or go somewhere else where there is growth, okay? See the child and he had a choice to make. Do you want to stay here, whereas unfertile, nothing but weeds? Well, they kind of sort of the same thing over here, but then it's more greenery. I don't even know if you can eat that. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not the type of science I do. So it's like he had a choice to make, right? Where there's unfertile grounds here, there's fertile grounds here. So he had to choose, like, which one are you gonna go to? Are you gonna stay here or are you gonna go here? Like, which one are you gonna do? Um. Oh, remember when it's Christmas time, like, oh, the ghost of Christmas past, my Christmas present, and blah blah. Like, it's a pretty much to get you to make a choice. Like, are you gonna continue being the asshole that you are, or are you gonna change your ways? And right, but in this scenario, it was stay where you want to stay where you are, where there's no growth, or go somewhere else where there is growth, right? Because it's blue, and blue is the throat chakra, but it's also talk about like expression and creativity, and there's multiple ways for you to express yourself and stuff like that. You can talk, you can draw, you can dance, um how you dress and stuff like that. And then with the green being here, which is the heart chakra, which also talks about your health and like happiness and stuff like that. There's multiple ways to be happy. There's mental health, there's physical health, emotional health, and stuff like that. Choose growth, and then right, because we have different greeneries here. Then we also have the root, like finding out what the root of the problem is, and being in an emergency room, healing it and fixing it so that it doesn't poison the rest of the crops or the rest of the materials that you're trying to grow or produce. Okay, so now we have M. Oh, and then the card that came out with it was this card. Kind of sort of looks like a portal, like he's standing in a room looking at the stars and stuff like that, while the doors is open to kind of like it's like see the clouds, like he can literally look like he can walk on the clouds like into like a whole new stage in his life. So I figured M means movement, like you're moving on and moving forward. Oh, kind of sort of look like a shooting star. Hold on, kind of look like a happy face, doesn't it? You see it, like a little smile, like, yeah, you moving on, moving forward with the growth. You happy, spirit happy, everybody happy. Well, not everybody, but people that matters is happy. And next we have the hangman with spiritual growth, stuck, delay, pause, timeout, contemplation, trials and tribulations, waiting, enlightenment, and a different perspective. Let's see. And then we have 7. Okay, 7 talks about like challenges. So you, the things that's supposed to keep you stuck and cause you delays and put you in pause and stuff like that. Um, like these trials and tribulations, you are moving forward and overcoming them, like slowly but surely. With this waiting here, like you waited a while, you sat, you contemplated and stuff like that, but you're gaining a new perspective. And or while you were sitting and waiting and contemplating, you gained a new perspective which enlightened you on how to spend this time, which is the spiritual growth. Because 7 can be like external struggles and internal struggles. So it's like while you was in this hangman, not only are you having to deal with like your own health and stuff like that, your own mental health, your own emotional health, your physical health. Um, People will probably like also trying to throw obstacles in the way to slow you down even more. It's like Mario Karts, right? Where somebody already threw a banana in your lane, all right? So you're already swirling. So now everybody else throwing bananas. It's just like, why are we doing it? Okay, like why are we doing? It was unnecessary because you was already behind. Oh, I love throwing the bananas. I don't know. It was funny to see a squirrel. Um, but it's like that. Like everybody else doing it was like just kicking you while you down was unnecessary, and which could be why um his head is wrapped like a little mummy and stuff like that. It was suffocating to you. Like it was just obstacle after obstacle, and it was hard for you to move forward. Hard to you to like grow, to think, to contemplate. It was just hard overall that you just like. Please excuse me. Like it's just you wanted a whole new path, a whole new world. You were just tired of all of it. So then that's when the quest came. Like, okay, do you want to stay here or do you actually want to like move and move on? Like it's up to you. We can't make that choice for you, and you chose growth pretty much. Because like I said, this shit was suffocating. Because even in the background, there's a triangle. So it's like even throughout the trials and tribulations, the enlightenment, you still found some sense of balance and spiritual growth. And they probably didn't expect you to do that or wanted you to do that. Yeah, they didn't want you to do that. So we have loss, mourning, grief, plan, releasing fear and anxiety, allow yourself to grieve, depress, alone. Okay, for some of y'all, this part, if it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't resonate with you, I'm not talking to you. Just forget that I ever said it, okay? But for some of y'all, somebody could have wanted to set you up, or tried to set you up, um, to like make it seem like you caused somebody's death when you actually had nothing to do with it, or try to plant it on you. Right? Because you see, like in the picture, it looked like she was just walking in and then she just sees everybody. There's like the next card, it would have been like the police. Like it would have been like that's how they wanted it to be. I'm not laughing at you, but it was like that's kind of how it works in the movies. But like Somebody will have to tip them off. That's why it's set up. Um, but if that's not you, okay, they wanted you to walk in and see it, or see like somebody that you care about dead or gone or hurt. And then we have a King of Wands. Get things done quickly. Somebody that's a warrior, charismatic, has strong integrity, optimistic, and extroverted. Have a physical physique. Have confidence. I'm gonna say self control. So you also have self control, and he perseveres. Oh, so the reason why they wanted to do this because they wanted to stop you from persevering from this. So you can be in a permanent state of mourning and loss and grief and depression. Also, with that being said, because I keep looking at depression, when I said depression, I was looking at alone. Some of y'all didn't expect. Okay, they expected you to forever be alone, but they expected you to be depressed, sad, mourning, and grieving for your loss. Okay, and being stuck in that period of time of loss. They never expected you to persevere and overcome that loss. The loss still bothers you. Don't get me wrong, right? You might think about it from time to time. It might shed like a little tear, or even laugh about the time like y'all shared together. But you persevered over it, and not only. Okay, so back to my analogy, because that's what popped in my head. So with the Mario Karts, with throwing like the bananas, right, and you swirling, right. So at some point in time, your car gotta stop swirling, right, and it's like while that is happening, while your car stops swirling, you're by yourself, you like in last place, fine, cool, okay, but you're still driving, you're still going. It didn't stop you. With the warrior, it never stopped you. You kept going. And while you kept going, sometimes they did have shortcuts, so it all depends. But they also had like the little boost things, right? So it's like you are pretty much in the areas where you found a shortcut, and then that shortcut have like mad boost and stuff like that. And so while everybody else is sitting here working harder, you working smarter, and you are then like, cause you remember like sometimes in Mario Karts, you would be in first place and out of nowhere you're in second place, and you're just like, what do you mean? There's nobody in front of me. It's because there was a shortcut that you never seen. It's like that, and then it's like the person that just pops up out of nowhere is like that. They never expected you to find a shortcut, go on the shortcut. They just expected you to just stay there and give up, and you never did that. And then the situation with the optimistic, it was something that could have like tried to turn you pessimistic and literally try to break you. Right, with the scar here, it cuts you deep, man. It cuts you deep, and it's like you always like it's with you, it's back, it's like there, okay. But you don't dwell on it. You don't like. You don't like. It's not stuck on it. And then we have two with dos. Um, with keep going, and two, and then deuce. No, it's Stewie. Like what the deuce? And then we have squared and catcher. So it's like they try to. Okay, the reason why they do it is because you're charismatic. You're very nice. People are very charming. People might try to come to you or talk to you a lot. And because with the physical physique is given, you put together, okay? You look nice, you dress nice, your attitude and personality is nice, right? But also with the strong integrity, like you're a very good person, a decent person all around and stuff like that. And you fine. You feel me? And some people are just like, what the hell? Like, what the deuce? Like, what? I ain't never seen that before. And it's not that you try to cut corners in any way, shape, or form to move forward. It's always with integrity and honest and true. And then you still have obstacles that you have to face and stuff like that. Things that you lost, things that, moments where you had to take a time out, you had to, relax, breathe, allow yourself to grieve and stuff like that, allow yourself to heal. It's like everyone has these challenges and undergo these challenges. It's just yours. Some of them will have broke other people. And some people planned and set certain situations up to literally break you and hurt you because of your strength and your integrity and who you are. And then we have the Five of Cups with the Queen of Swords. Somebody that's resourceful, a warrior, someone that lets go, release the past, her fears. She released her past fears, and also like just fears in general. She's very logical and have discipline, self-sufficient, practical, and with the Five of Cups being here, like partially recovered, like she know like the Three Cups is down, like she have lost something, but keep going to find those two of Cups, and she's very confident now. She's using her discernment because she knows she's loyal, and not everybody's honest as like she is. Right? Because again, with the warrior coming out twice, it's also saying no matter if you're male and or female, right? You give off this queen king energy. You're balanced, that you can go in between both, which is why some people just like, what the hell? Like, you can. Everybody got female or masculine energy in them, but not, some people are just more. They're not balanced or like can switch in between the two, but you can. When push comes to shove, and you like, if you're a female and push comes to shove, you need to be in that masculine energy. You in that masculine energy, and then if you're a man, when push comes to shove, you need to be in that female, like the feminine energy. You can be in that feminine energy, not being like all in your emotions, just nurturing your emotions, listening to your emotions, paying attention to them. The discernment, like, what are they telling you? If they saying like, this girl ain't for you, you're listening to that. That gut feeling is a feeling. It's a thing that you have to listen to. Your feeling is an emotion, that you gotta nurture and listen to, which is feminine, and then take action on, which is masculine. Then we have a Scorpio in the dark aspect with this Nine of Wands with. Okay, so this person is trying to continue to be secretive, holding grudges, and trying to manipulate. But then with the Nine of Wands, and because they trying to like continue to do it, right? And then with the discernment, you probably no longer like you're protecting yourself and defending yourself from it. So now they're starting to get defensive at the fact that you don't trust them, but they are distrustful, okay? And They're very persistent because they obsessive about it. And now they're starting to become a little bit violent and vengeful because it's not working the way that they want it to work. Also, with her boobs being out her and she being in that, like, suggestive position and that physical physique, if you're fine, they're fine. They expect, oh, we should just naturally be together because we're two cute people. We're going great together. And it's like, no. You don't really care for looks, is more personality, and their personality sucks. Yeah, we have the Dark Chariot with death, conflict, gloom, and darkness. There's nothing but shadow. And the trees is wilting. So that's the unfertile lands. Being with this person will lead to no growth, will literally lead to death. Gloom, sadness, constant state of mourning, and depression. Funny enough, the chariot is the 7 card. And the hangman is a Pisces card. And then we have Scorpio, but then death is a Scorpio card. Mm. And okay, we're going to continue. So we have 666 with reflect, with it's time to wake up to your highest spiritual truth. With then also have 6 o'clock with behind you and shortstop. We have a catcher, now we have a shortstop. So if you play baseball, pay attention. Pay attention. Well, especially with this behind you and stuff like that. Cause like sometimes people try to steal bases. I played kickball. Well, kind of sort of softball. When I played kickball, I tried to steal bases, and I sure did. So it's saying like it's time to like you, and that's the whole contemplation. Like you reflected on your trials, your tribulations. What are you really losing and stuff like that. And it's like you're losing somebody that was secretive and that was just trying to constantly manipulate you and lie, but then be mad at the fact that you know that they lying and that you don't trust them because they're a liar. And it's like what are you really losing anything? You're losing lies. Like that's all you're losing. And it's like that's a great thing to lose if you ask me. Like if who wouldn't want their life, less lies? You want honesty. This person give you nothing but lies and manipulation and dishonesty and secrecy. Is the opposite of what you want. And then we have the Hierophant and the Magician in the reverse. So, someone that's lacking balance, skills, ungrounded, and conformity. Like they pretty much they go with the trends. Like if let's say tomorrow or by like the end of the month, if it's cool to what's not cool that's been cool in a while. I want to like like how all of a sudden like tarot was cool and everybody out of nowhere everybody is a tarot reader or everybody's spiritual and it's like something it's like that like certain people had the talent or had the skill since they were a kid because they was born with it and some of them it's just a trend. Like, oh, it's hot now, it's lit now, so now everybody want to do it, and now everybody want to be like out about it. But I don't know why what popped in my head was like the witch trials, but it's like if it goes back to those times and stuff like that, they hush, they mute, they don't know what nothing about it. And it's like, oh well, I was just copying off of this person. Like I don't really get this. I don't like, and it's like you. It's for some people, it's clear to see like the difference, like who's actually like has skills and talent, the ones that just don't, and just doing it for trends and for likes. Then we have not understanding spiritual messages or signs, and we have lack harmony, inability to clearly think, so they're indecisive, unable to stay calm, deceptive, trickery, and lies, and impatient. And it's surprising, like you never know what this person is gonna do. But the reason why is I said the Hierophant and the Magician, right? Because, like normally the Hierophant, he has the staff, right? As above, so below, right? And then he also has the key and then the two people. But he has the multiple hands underneath, like showing the trickery. And then his hands is not in the natural stance it's supposed to be. And there's a light shining down, and he's like blocking his eyes from it, or trying to guard, like block it out and stuff like that. So that's why I said Hierophant and the Magician reverse. Because this person trying to make it seem like they're somebody of authority. They're very honest. They're truthful, and a spiritual person, but they're not. It's a lie. It's because it's hot now or it's popular. Yeah, no, we have. Hold on. We have the Eight of Swords and the King of Wands, with not able to see clearly, imprisonment, capture, stuck, restricted. Could be because you're bold, which is why they wanted to trap you and keep you. Funny enough, because we have the King of Wands, which I was saying was you, and then we have the Eight of Swords, what turns over here. But I said that you can go from here to here. Either way, if you were the King of Wands, they didn't expect you to also be good with your head. Because sword is your mind and stuff like that. So if they try to play mind games and manipulate you and trick you, they didn't. It's like, no, like, they expect because you're pretty that you also be dumb. That does not me. I don't see how that, you can be pretty and you can be smart. I don't see how, because you're pretty, you gotta be dumb. I don't understand. I don't see. But that's what they was thinking. Like, because you're pretty, you must also be dumb. So, which is why they thought they would be able to manipulate you easily and keep secrets that you won't be able to know and realize. And then you be stuck. But because the swords is in the Queen of Swords court, you can. That's why I was like, you can go between. If you're a male, you become female. You can get into that like feminine energy, and then still get yourself out of the situation. If it's wands, you can still get yourself out the situation. Which is why I said the M is movements, because the Eight of Wands talks about movement and gaining momentum and speed. You was able to move forward and overcome this trap that they're trying to keep you in, but they didn't want you to see it, which is why they're trying to wrap your head. Because they try to make it seem like they were spiritual, but you actually the one that's spiritual and had the spiritual growth and enlightenment, and now everybody is seeing that, and now it's time to reflect. People was reflecting and thinking back on like, what have they done? what have you really lost? And it's like now people are seeing like when you were with this person, you probably were very sad and very gloomy, and how you you were secretly with this when you was with this person, you were secretly fighting a battle that you weren't either expressing or telling people, or people didn't know, because you was always optimistic and you seemed so like extroverted and so like confident on stuff like that. You didn't let it break you. You always like persevered over it. And oh, that's could also be why with the what the deuce with the two and the queen of swords, like they didn't know. Nobody would have known and stuff like that. You handled it yourself and dealt with it yourself. And now you're also like healing from it yourself. It's just like they just like what so you're doing everything by herself. Like what you doing? And then yeah, this person could have been a siren in a challenge. Somebody that like a siren, depending on, well, in this scenario is somebody like where they whatever they say, pretty much you under their control or stuff like that. Um, yeah, and then with the challenge that was ties to the seven and stuff like that, that was keeping you stuck and wasn't able to move forward. Probably was listening to what this person was saying, but their actions were saying something completely different. So, which is why Percy popped in my head, but that's the lightning. I remember Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. If you watched it, it's a good movie. Um, where when he had to fight Medusa and stuff like that, he and you can't see Medusa. It will look at her straight forward. So he was like using reflection of stuff and like that. Um, it's like there you have to find like a whole different way of dealing with this person, because what they were saying sounds nice and was that would pose the challenge. But then if you ever watch Disenchantment, where Bean was about to get engaged and stuff like that, and to Mercury, and then she pretty much like took him to the mermaids. What was it, mermaids? She thought it was mermaids, but come to find out it was something completely different. They sound nice, and like he threw himself into the water and stuff like that, but everybody else had like earwax so they don't fall into that temptation and stuff like that. It's like you have to pretty much stop listening to this person altogether and just look at their actions, and that's when you realize like this person isn't who they say they are or what they say they are. And then we have the Emperor with self-sufficient, self-controlled, independent, confident, respectful, and a natural leader. Hmm. So we have self-sufficient twice? Yeah. So you're a warrior and you're self-sufficient. So you can do things. You don't need where they need people. You don't need anybody. You very independent. And you know, like normally, well, a king or a queen or even emperors, they have even presidents. They have like a court or a cabinet and stuff like that. Parliament people that they have advisors. Yeah, you ain't need that. Like you ain't need that. And it was like this. Even if you did have that, it was people that you actually trusted, and this person wanted to be a part of it, and they was mad that they wasn't a part of it, but then try to do certain things to try to be a part of it, which then just pushed them even further to not be a part of it. This person didn't think it through. Just saying, they didn't think this shit through. Then we have the Queen of Cups reverse. Someone that is bitter not like numb to their feelings, blocked into its intuition, which is could be this person, but not why they can't understand spiritual messages. Um, and they can try to make you feel guilty for things that you really shouldn't be feeling guilty of, because this person is needy and they tend to overthink and very overly sensitive and try to they want to dominate you or dominate the conversation, but can't control themselves. Yeah, you didn't need this person. So if whoever they were trying to see how the waters came through. I was like Pisces, Scorpio. Now we have cups. They they wanted you to feel guilty about your spiritual growth and your spiritual development, having this or gaining this new perspective and enlightenment and moving on and releasing certain things, because they wanted you to be stuck and be trapped. They want you to feel guilty of not being stuck and being trapped, like the way that they wanted you to be. Yeah, six. But choices and indecision, advancement, anticipation, looking out towards opportunity and growth. Because you had a choice to make. They don't even say like, oh yeah, it has a hair. Like they will be indecisive. And you had a choice to make. You made your choice to grow and move on and move forward and advance. But they was anticipating and waiting for you to be stuck and trapped. They was big and bold about it too. Thought it was just a matter of time before they trapped you. Now all their work is going nowhere. We have the magician reverse. Yeah, trick of the hand, gambling, risk, and conformity and unethical. Yeah. They thought it was just a matter of time before, you just fall into their trap. And we have the Five of Cups. With consumed, allow yourself to grieve. Positivity is around the corner. Isolation, emotional loss, deception. And at some point in time, you probably buried away your emotions in this traumatic memories or this traumatic event, which is why I said allow yourself to heal. Um, and then we have depression, despair, and guilt, and loss, and mourning, and worry. Because those will just be all the feelings that you have, which is why I said, like, to allow yourself to grieve, to get rid of those feelings. Kind of like this picture, right? Because, even though I put it backwards, so he's looking into the river, and that's his reflection, right? But then remember, you're a warrior, so you can overcome this. And you know this. But you just, need to get, some time. But you're saying to allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to heal. Give yourself, some time. If you need a timeout, give yourself a timeout. Take a little pause, take a little break, Like Eminem said, I needed I needed a break to tell the public to excuse me. Like, you feel me? And he left. He was like, I'm gonna go. Or even in Big Mouth, when Nick was like, your house is very lovely, but y'all are freaking me out right now. Like, he was just like, so I'm gonna go. Like, whatever you gotta do to take a break and take a moment to get back to who you are or who you used to. Not gonna be like who you were before this, but like to get back to that sense of you and yourself and how you feel and stuff like that. I didn't put it backwards. It was the right way. It's just I don't know. Either way, one of them, the bottom looks more lighter, so I thought I put it backwards. But either way, it's like this siren was trying to, like I said before, cause you a bunch of loss and grief to be in a state of a long state of depression and sadness and despair The spirit's talking about like all lost of hope and stuff like that. Um, Feeling like your life have no purpose. And then we also have here, could make you feel guilty. Then we have guilt here, right? Where else we have the Five of Cups with the Queen of Swords, right? This was what they were trying to use to keep and trap you. But you started using your discernment, and then you allowed yourself to, says here, allow yourself to grieve. And we also have here with releasing your past. You release this and allow yourself to feel it, right? And you let it go, which is why now you're using your discernment and you're partially healed. You know you lost it, but you know, like, the real thing is still out there. And then we have the Five of Swords, right? Someone's leaving, dashing. Someone that's locked into intuition because they are scared. Pretty much with fear. Somebody could okay, take this part that resonate with you and leave what doesn't. Could be somebody that a thief. Okay, somebody that robbed you, took something from you, betrayed you in some way, shape, or form, or just like deceived you or deceived you. Somebody that was short-sighted. Pretty much thought they. When I show you the picture, you will see why I put short-sighted. And then we have running, ego, selfish, and doing things for a selfish gain. I'm pretty much just listening to their ego, and they're trying to run to get away or escape to get away. Reason why I said they're short-sighted, right? See, that's a glass, right? That's a window. Wouldn't that pretty much indicate, like that giant ass hole, indicate that somebody either came in and or left? Short-sighted. They didn't think this shit through. Like, they didn't think this shit through. And that's why before with this Eight of Swords, I was like, because you were bold, right? It was your confidence and your warrior-like energy and stuff like that. The fact that you can overcome certain things. You can be self-sufficient. Your confidence. Because we have confidence here and we also have self-confidence. And you're self-sufficient and independent. Oh, we got confidence 3 times. And that pissed them off. They wanted you to feel guilty about it because they couldn't control it. Or you made them feel some type of way about it, so they wanted you to feel some type of way about it, but you had no reason to feel a type of way about it. Oh, yeah, for back to this card with this people over here. To the 2 scenarios, like I said, okay. Now for the people that try to set you up, okay. They wanted you to get your hands caught, like get your hands dirty, have blood on your hands. Now for the other people, where they wanted you to walk in and see like somebody that you cared about, dead and or hurt. They wanted you to get blood on your hands, pretty much. Become dark. Become like them. The whole eye for an eye. Tit for tat. And then, hold on. We have the King of Wands, but it's a different King of Wands. Then we have somebody that likes to get things done quickly. Someone that's jealous, can prey on your vulnerabilities and controlling. And that sounds like the Queen of Cups reverse. And then this King of Wands is more all about sex, which is why I was like before, it was your physical physique. They feel like, because that's why I was talking about the position that the Scorpio was in. They feel like because your physical physique is attractive, they're attractive, y'all should automatically be in a relationship together or be together. And That's the whole ego talking. You ever watched Love is Blind? It's like when it happens every time when the person had to see the other, like see the other couples. Um where I think in first season where she pretty much told her fiance that somebody else's fiance was hot, and then believe in like season 3 the fiance told his no the man told his fiance that somebody else's fiance, if they were in like a club or a bar and like people saw them like around, they would assume like those two should be together, or those two must be talking, because they, they just natural, like they will look great together and stuff like that, and they're attractive and they do this, and they be some type of power couple in a way, like, oh, you work out, I work out too, we can work out together, like that kind of thing. Um and but in all actuality, that other girl didn't care for that man. She didn't care for that man. She was fine with her fiance. So but it's like once he told her that, like his actual fiance, that like it caused a little bit of strain in their relationship. But because she was just like, I am who I am. I can't change my body type. It is what it is. Which, could then be a vulnerability that they try to, control with the whole dominant, um, something. What show was that? There was a whole other show I was watching. Now that's kind of sort of like he caused so much insecurities in this girl, and then kind of sort of like she got her boobs done, and he was saying after, he was trying to get her back and stuff like that, and she was like, no, she tried it out and stuff like that, try to see like maybe he changed and stuff like that, but it's like the things that he did in the previous relationship he wouldn't like talk about or like admit to doing, and that caused another strain in like them building a relationship, because it's like she got her breasts done because of him, and he was like, I didn't tell you to get your breasts done. She was like, but you kept bringing it up, you kept talking about it. He was like, yeah, because you kept talking about it. And then she was like, but I wasn't the one that brought it up, you brought it up. You even gave me pamphlets and told me where to go and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, because you was talking about it. She was like, because you was talking about it. It's like, it was going bang. It's not funny, but she was getting frustrated. And he was like, your boobs was fine before. I don't see what the problem was. That you didn't have to get them done. And then she was like, I didn't want to. And then so it was always that. And then it was like she also changed. I think her hair. It was like it was a lot of things. And then she was just like, it was always like a run around or like a circling like back to that was never on him and stuff like that. So it was like that. The person was trying to control it and try to get their own way, which was also listening to their ego. And then we have W with work, woman, water, window, withdraw, warm, with, who, when, one, west, weekly, waste. And then we have the Seven of Swords with harm, trap, hurt, set up, caught, burdens, interception, disruptions, lies, imprisonment, and stuck. And disruption and trickery. Yeah, they wanted to trap you. Oh, the W can be why or what they wanted. What they wanted to do was cause you to have a constant state of mourning and depression and to be alone. Be in a constant state of lost. Not constant state of lost like you're always losing, but you lost something that you can never get back. And who posed this challenge? A bitter, manipulative, dishonest person that was mad at the fact that you realized that they was dishonest, and then try to seek revenge on the fact that you know that they was lying and dishonest. And a manipulator. Because they wanted you to become, with the warm here, they wanted you to become cold and dark like they are. Cold and manipulative like they are. Controlling and abusive like they are. But you didn't. And now they trying to run and get away because, or run to you to stop you from moving on and growing. Because I guess that's when the whole game will stop. Because it seems like to be a game to them. Or you were trying to run to catch up to you. Yeah, the Queen of Swords again. We have organized, loyal, rational, logic. Someone that has logic, intelligent, stable, perceptive, fair, protective, and capable. They didn't think he was capable of healing or overcoming this. Or healing from this. And then it's because, like, the situation with this warrior and stuff like that, what they try to put you through, most people wouldn't have healed or overcome it. But you did. Then with this M and W, is a couple of things it can mean. The dictionaries could mean, the people that created that. Microwave, Midwest, most wanted. Oh, yeah, they wanted to trap you and keep you stuck. That's why they continue to persevere and continue doing this, because I don't know why they wanted you the most, but with the obsessive, like, it was just you. Like, it didn't matter. It could be anybody else. Like, it was just you. Like, they tried so many times, or they literally try to break you so many times, or try to capture you so many times to get you stuck, or cause delays in your life. So many times that it was. That's why I said that start to reflect. Even once you start to reflect, because we have 6 twice. When you start to reflect, you knew who's causing the challenge. Because 2 also talks about choice and stuff like that. Once you reflect, you see who is causing the problem, causing you the challenge. So you have a choice to make. Are you going to choose yourself, or are you going to choose these other people that's lying and causing you nothing but challenges in your life? And you chose yourself, and then they mad. And now trying to make you cold. But people say, like, well, wind doesn't, like, some wind put out fire or stuff like that. Sometimes the wind actually helps, like, keep the fire going. So whatever they trying to do, if they, like, certain things doesn't, like, sometimes pouring water on fire doesn't actually help it. It actually, like, gets even more enraged. Wind sometimes also more enraged. So it's just like, just leave it alone, man. Just leave it alone. Let fire be fire. Like, it's like, They trying to control. They thought they could control something that they can't control, or they thought they knew how to control something, but they actually didn't. Because like, which fire you can't put water on? Bet you don't know. It's electrical. It's like you can't. Don't put it. Don't like. And that would be this person. And or right the like there's fire, right? Air is also help keeping it going, right? And igniting it and stuff like that. Then this person will try to go get water, right? Thinking, oh, well, I'm the queen of cups. I have water. Let me just pour water on it. You know, your action of trying to pour water on it also creates air. Probably more air than the water that you're putting on it, which then ignites it even more. So you like it's always going to be in that constant state of where it is. So maybe you should just walk the fuck away. This is why we have firefighters, okay? Like the people that knows what to do. Like you like just leave it to the professionals. And this person trying to make it seem like they're a professional and they're not. And it's all because it's hot now or for money. It's trendy and stuff like that. And it's like, okay. And then I want to get mad at the people that actually have the skill or have the talent to do it. And it's just like, really? Like, why? And it's because no matter how hard they try, they can never be as good as you. And it's just like, okay, then sit down and let a professional do it. Because you're making it crazy. And people are going to start losing hope and losing faith. And not listen. And that will be a waste. Yeah. They preyed on your vulnerability. So I was like, for some people, they wanted you to set you up for this and try and pin it on you. Like this whole like walking into and seeing people murdered and stuff like that, or even saying like you was there or something. Um, and or you walk in, see somebody that you love hurt or injured or dead and stuff like that. They purposely chose that person. If that was the situation, they purposely chose that person. They know there was a vulnerable, like that person was vulnerable to you, a vulnerable spot. And this person is impulsive because they wanted you to become angry and become just like them and bitter and hurtful and angry. But that was short-sighted because you overcame this. Pretty much like my whole fire analogy, it just pissed you off. It pissed you off, and they didn't know how to handle that type of anger. They didn't know how to handle it, so they ran. And it was like, what the deuce? Like, what the hell? Like, because they didn't know you had that type of emotion in you and stuff like that because you was always so optimistic. They never expected this. It's like with Bubbles. They never, when Bubbles went hardcore, like they never expected Bubbles to be angry or to like pretty much to defend Townville by herself and stuff like that. It's like they always expect you to be happy, go lucky, rainbows and sunshine and stuff like that. They didn't expect that you can this hurt you. Yes, you can go through it by yourself, heal from it by yourself, overcome it by yourself, start new things by yourself. It's like you doing all this by yourself. And they thought, what they did, nobody will find out. Um, the reason why they did it was for some type of revenge. Um, try to get back at you some way, shape, or form, right? Try to like to play their hand, and it was risky because it's gonna be found out. You still moved on and put this behind you and grow from it, and meanwhile they stuck where they are, dark and gloomy and upset. And yeah, because you reflected and you realize you got to let this person go. If this person try to make it seem like they're a leader and they're somebody of authority, you see him as a liar and trying to pretend to be somebody that they're not and trying to keep you stuck and trapped and keep you imprisoned. But a bunch of lies. Then we have the Chariot. Hold on. Right, so over here we have the Dark Chariot, which is pretty much the Chariot reverse. Which is pretty much, we'll just talk about the shadow aspect, right? And all the conflict and the chaos. So there's no light. So the actual chariot wouldn't be moving forward. Which is why you could have felt stuck. Then we have the Star. Well, some people before with despair, feeling like you had no hope, lack of hope, it would have been the Star reverse. But you won't say you was determined, but you persevered over that with your determination to find hope or bring like meaning back into your life or purpose to your life and stuff like that. Your purpose isn't tied to a person where this person trying to make it seem like it is. Yeah, the Magician. You saw through their deceptiveness and their lies. And you persevered and overcame it. Because while talking about the stars here, the stars is also here. And then he also smiling. Then we also have the stars here. But it's all about life purpose. This person try to slow you down and stop you from discovering your life purpose by trying to lie and manipulate and try to set you up to either imprison you in something that you had nothing to do with and or cause you to be in a state of depression forever. But it's like, even if you're by yourself and don't have a queen, if you're a man, you don't have a queen. If you're a female, you don't have a king. They didn't expect you to still be able to rule. In a little bit of history lesson, there was a person that literally sat on a throne, ruled England by her goddamn self. No king. Okay? So it's just like, it happened before. It can happen again. And it's like this person didn't think you can do that or that you knew that. But yet again, like I said before, it's because like they thought you was pretty that you be dumb, and it's like no. See, 8-1. Talked about it earlier. Because you had the confidence to overcome this and move on and move forward. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, put a lot of work and effort into it. But you still overcame it. Meanwhile, they was Five of Swords, short-sighted. You picked and choose your battles wisely. With that reflection, you didn't continue going back and forth with this person. You had a choice to make and you made that choice. Where they decided to be short-sighted and sabotage this whole connection and listen to their ego and try to manipulate and do things out of ego and being vengeful and stuff like that. They pretty much showed their hand. With that trick of hand, they showed their hand. Yeah. And that cycle is coming to an end. The World card. And they can't come, like where you're going, they're not coming with you. They can't come with you. Even if they do end up in that cycle later on and stuff like that, y'all not going to be on the same path or same journey or anything like that. Like back to my analogy with Mario Kart, where I said like you found a shortcut and stuff like that. So On the side, it said like on there, it said like they was number one, and out of nowhere now they two or now they three and stuff like that. That's all they see, right? They don't see your car anywhere, right? Because you found like a whole. Sometimes they had like a whole. It depends on where you went. Honestly, there was different ones. Oh. Mario Kart, great video game. But either way, and then it's like the only time they actually see your car is like by the time you get like near the finish line, but they can't get to you in that time and stuff like that. Which why I said like no matter what they do, they're not gonna catch up to you. They can't beat you. They can't surpass you. Nothing. If you ahead of them, they can't throw a banana at you. They can't do anything. It doesn't do anything to you. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. And this could be like in the present moment because these are the same signs that's around the Wheel of Fortune and the World card, and they're fixed signs, right? So it's like once this cycle closed, the cycle is closed for good. Doesn't matter. And then with the reflection, right? They talking about knowledge. You know what you know, and it is what it is, pretty much, and it's done. But the Wheel of Fortune was like this person thought they was gonna have. That's why like before they was bold when they was the one that they felt like they was gonna be the one on top and stuff like that. They was gonna be the one with the fortune and stuff like that. They didn't care about it, which is why it was short sighted. They didn't care what they was doing. They didn't think about the consequences. But now where they don't have that chance or opportunity to apologize now, they want to come in and make it like do the work and put in the effort, and it's like all that's done and gone. Like you did what you did. Also with the magician on the top, the way this cycle ended, they might try to lie and say that you did something to them when in all actuality they did something to you the whole time. Yeah, 5 of Wands. So I had to cause some type of fight or some type of conflict. Or try to make and blame it to you or tie it to you when it has nothing to do with you. Then we have the Ace of Cups. Because as soon as I looked at this card and I was looking at the backgrounds, because I saw the yellow, I was like kind of sort of ties to the Magician card. But you're not even around these people when they fighting or causing this conflict. You're gone. Because the Chariot has the same color background as the 8 of Wands. You been gone. You been gone. You're not even there. Okay, you don't even know what's going on. Which is why the waste, it could be like they just wasted their time doing all this. And then we have the King of Wands. Yeah. And the reason why is because you were looking for love. You wanted real, actual, true, genuine love. Your Ace of Cups. Because the 5 of Cups is 3 cups down, 2 cups standing. The 2 cups fills this Ace of Cups. You was looking for your real 2 cups, not no fake, manipulative, bitter, toxic relationship. And yeah, now these people fighting for your love and like battling for your love, and you just looking like, I don't want none of y'all. Like, you doing all this for what reason? And because the background here is similar to the background in the 5 of Wands. Like, you don't really care for it. You more keeping your eye on love, and they're trying to fight for your love, and it's just like, if you gotta fight for it, it's you just like, I don't want it. Like, it's like, that got like, bruh, they haven't learned that yet. Yeah, the Three of Swords. There's a harsh truth that they haven't learned yet, a harsh reality that they haven't realized yet. And then there's a snake. Well, not really a snake. I don't know what that is supposed to be. Cause I said a snake, but then I saw it was two headed. And then there's a snake on the Three of Swords and stuff like that. You, which is heartbreak and stuff like that. When then his back is turned, your eyes is pretty much. Love is out there, but there's also, sometimes, your heart might get broken. There are people that is gonna lie to you, that's gonna hurt you, that's gonna try to break your heart or purposely break your heart, and sabotage you, and try to cause fights or conflicts for weird reasons. Oh, with the Wheel of Fortune, for selfish gain, for money and materialistic and superficial reasons. But now with this, you persevered through it and overcame that heartbreak and betrayal, and became balanced. But the yin and yang, that's what I kept saying with the feminine and the male, which is kind of sort of what the pillars and the high priestess talks about. The white one is supposed to be like water, and the dark one is fire. And but also on the tree of life, even though on the water side is actually the masculine side with the emperor and stuff like that, but then on the dark pillar, which is the feminine side, like where the empress is and stuff like that, so it's like it's on the opposite sides. So it's still talked about like you can still go in between both, like it's just said, like Queen Elizabeth, one of them, don't know which one, the first one, either way, okay, don't ask me. She ruled England by herself. Yeah, she was the first one. Yeah, she ruled it by herself. And there was some heartbreak and betrayal she had to, overcame. A lot of her countrymen didn't want her on the damn throne and tried to sabotage her. Her damn father didn't want her. Okay, there was a lot of betrayal and heartbreak that she had to overcome. Okay, you don't know other people's stories. She had trials. Okay, tribulations. She was locked away. Okay, mother killed because she wasn't a boy. Like there was things she also had to face and like overcome, and she didn't let that stop her or break her. And there was even people in her family that she couldn't trust, which is why she kind of sort of had beef with Mary Queen of Scots, because Scotland technically had claim to the throne, and it's like everyone was trying to get her off the throne and were trying to come for her, so she didn't know who she can trust, who was her friend, who's not her friend. Which is the whole discernment. Started cutting people off, or reflecting, and seeing who's your friend and who's not your friend. And while you was doing that, while you was doing that, because you started trying to find purpose and meaning in your life and realize you don't want to keep fighting. Like you don't want to keep fighting. Like you tired. So you started going inward, listening to yourself and your confidence, and seeing the deceptive and the betrayal and people's feelings and emotions for you, and how they was acting and treating you. Like some people probably have some secret animosity, secret battles and conflicts that was slowing you down and couldn't keep you stuck and moving forward. And you took that, like you slowed down and stuff like that. You waited, but took that time to master whatever needed to be mastered, whatever you was working on, to pretty much perfect it or get it right. And But they saw you as a coward for like walking away and stuff like that, and they thought that they was winning and they was on top, or that they won. It was flipped. You actually won because you didn't give all your time and effort to somebody that was unnecessary. It was just doing unnecessary shit. See, 7 of Wands. It was an extra card. You stood up and persevered for yourself and defended yourself against something stupid. Like, against something stupid. Then we have Silly reverse. But it also has the heart, so pretty much the 2 of Cups reverse. Right? So there was no like, like sometimes, love make you do silly things and stuff like that. Or like, nah, there was no like goofy laughing, kiki and haha. Like, there was none of that. Yeah, there was no joy. See, joy reverse. There was no joy. You was unhappy. You didn't want to be there. There was no love. There was no happiness. Nothing. And that's what they wanted you to stay with. But then the Two of Cups is talk about like misunderstandings and stuff like that. That's all y'all had, was a bunch of misunderstandings that never got healed, or never, no matter what you did. Like, but mine, I forgot what show it was, but what she was saying, like, she didn't want to get her boobs done, but every time, like, he was like, but I only talked about it because you talked about it. And she was like, I spoke about it because you kept bringing it up to me. If you never brought it up, we wouldn't have spoke about it. Like, it's that. Like, he will never admit it to the fact that he was the reason why the conversation was had. Like, if he never had that conversation, if he never said anything about her boobs, never kept bringing it up, never got pamphlets, never did this, and the third, none of it would have happened. But he couldn't admit that. He kept saying, like, but you said it. That's why I said it. And it's like, but you initiated the conversation. You started the conversation. And just never wanted to admit it or show it. And then we had these two came out together but separate. So we have service. Well, I feel good when I help others, when I can help others. And then we have freedom with I possess the power and the free will to choose my own happiness. Yeah. Pretty much what you did. Okay. This person with that's why I came out separate. They wanted you to stay there, stay in the cycle, and always help them and keep helping them, even though nothing was growing for you or it wasn't leading anywhere for you. They still wanted you to stay there and help them, provide for them. And yeah, these two are the same. Okay. They had chances and opportunities to stop what they was doing. Right? It's just like how you had time and opportunity to learn. Right? And even here, because the window, same color as the sky here. You had the time to master and learn what you need to learn to then provide, like, to actually defend yourself and protect yourself from this person. They had time and opportunity to stop what the fuck they was doing, and they chose not to. So, you protected yourself, learned what you needed to learn, freed yourself from it, and now no longer helping this person and helping yourself and other people that actually wants and deserves your help. Then we have denial. With I acknowledge my fears, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. That's what with the choice and stuff like that, you can admit to yourself it was a bad idea to listen to this person or be friends with this person. That's awareness. You are aware of that. That's the whole knowledge and book in the Wheel of Fortune. Awareness. That then gave you the time and opportunity to turn this thing around. And you did. They didn't. They continued to be in denial and think that this whole thing was going to work out in their favor, which was bold. Because it was dumb and you persevered. Then we have perseverance with I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Yeah. You persevered over it. You freed yourself from it. And they want to be in denial that, oh, I didn't do anything that caused her to try to drop me. And it's just like, then why did they drop you? Like, it's good. You had to do something. Or if it was like you didn't do anything, it's just your personality. Like, it has to be something about you. They wouldn't just drop you for no reason. Well, the person that pretty much tried to betray you and backstabbed you, trying to make it seem like you dropped them, in all actuality, they dropped you. And when they dropped you, you healed and persevered from it and continue moving on and moving forward. And now that you're doing bigger and greater things and they see it, now they want to come back in and try to tell everyone that you dropped them when they dropped you. The whole little switcheroo. Then we have the Seven of Wands with the expected God with liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visual and invisible. That's what's about the secret animosity. Whoever's trying to keep you stuck. Or any kind of heartbreak or any betrayal, any way, shape, or form, no matter what it is. To slow down your growth in love, slow down your growth in your mentally, spiritually, financially, whatever it is being removed. Because it's more so they don't want you to be in your life purpose or find your life purpose to be happy and to have hope. So your life won't have any, because they don't want your life to have any meaning. They want to be in control of what your life means to you. And they don't even control what their life means to them. So it's just like, and we have the Six of Pentacles with the favorable God with divine grace cures rage and pestilence and absorb the guilt. So the guilt that they're trying to make you feel, Spirit, just like there's no reason for you to feel it. Which is why they giving you the awareness. Because I remember saying in one of the videos, it's like, they're trying to make you feel guilty for doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. Like, she trying to go to work. Like, you're supposed to go to work. If I don't go to work, then I won't have money. If I don't have money, how can I provide and feed myself? It's like that. Like, they try to make fun of you for things that you actually need to do. And it's because they don't have that same feeling that you have, or they don't care for it the same way that you care for it. But they don't have that passion or that drive that you do, and they trying to make you feel like it's a problem to have it. Then we have the Ten of Swords with the marvelous God with reevaluation, with protection from sadness and giving reevaluation in dreams. Okay. So they're giving you these reevaluation in your dreams to try to help liberate you and protect you from sadness that these enemies that you know about or that you don't know about that's trying to cause to pretty much, like I said before, to cause you a state of like depression and or sadness, a mourning, a state of loss, to reevaluate that, because what you're feeling guilty of losing are people that are lying to you and manipulative to you and trying to hurt you and betray you and stab you in the back. And well, we got divine grace and cures anger and pestilence. Oh, that's the denial. They are angry and fearful and try to keep you stuck because of your confidence and your, 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 your potential in life and your purpose in life. But everybody is like, if you were born on this earth, everybody has a purpose and a role to fill. But they so busy focused on what your role is that they don't know what their damn role is. And meanwhile, you know what your role is, and they don't know what the hell they're supposed to do. And they still, it's like if you focused on yourself, that's what it is. Like how y'all spent, they try to like how y'all spent your time is completely different, and then they mad about that. And now everybody is seeing that. So they thought they was gonna cause, delay for you, either timing wise, either in love, finance, or whatever it is. They thought they was gonna cause some form of delay, but that just gave you time to master what you needed to master, um, heal what needed to be healed, learn what needed to be learned, um, protect what needed to be protected, defend what needed to be defended, and they're like now they're mad about it and want to be in denial of trying to sabotage you and bring you down, when in all actuality it was their fault to begin with. They started the shit. They did all of it. It was their choice the whole time, which is why it came up as bold. Like they really thought they was gonna be able to get away with this and nothing was ever gonna come to like happen to them. And it's because the whole Hierophant reverse, the whole God complex kind of thing. They thought they was whatever they say go, like somebody of authority and stuff like that, and spirit just supposed to jump at they will. And it's like no, no, no. Then we have the angel of release. Yeah. So like you healed from, it's like you heal from this person in this situation where it says partially recovered. Is like, some days, some things or some stuff might still trigger you, but you're releasing it day by day. Then we have the angel of meditation and the angel of romance. Yeah. You release this, spend some time by yourself in isolation or just by yourself with the independent. You're starting to love yourself and care for yourself. So before you just had like self-confidence. Now you got self-confidence and self-love. Okay? And you trust yourself. So now you got self-worth. Okay? That's could be why they like, what the deuce? Like, what the hell? Like, they didn't expect. Yo. You came out a whole different person. Like, oh, what just popped in my head? You ever watched Captain America? Remember what before, like, he was so like skinny and puny and stuff like that, and then it's like he undergo this whole thing. Now he all muscular and whatnot. It's that. Like you came in, you looked all skinny, like they could push you around. After this situation, nah, son. They try to push you, they move. Like it's given. They didn't expect this growth or this glow up, even if it's not physical, like just energetically, like they know, like certain people know, like, yeah, I'm not gonna play with her. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Leave her alone. Or leave him alone, like just like but yeah, that's all I see for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, then please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching.